hello, I hope you all are doing well. Today we are doing a fun tag video where again you get 2 answers for the price of 1. It is called Reread, Rewrite, Burn, and it is a take on a number of different iterations of that same trajectory. This is a tag that we couldn't find the originator for. It sort of disappeared into the ether of YouTube, but I mean, if you're that person, please let us know. But it's been done by a lot of different folks, and we thought we'd try our hands at it today. Yes. We have a box full of different books on slips of paper, of course, and what, it's 8 rounds that we're gonna do?
Yeah, because I think we have 24 books, and you pick 3 for each, so then we'll have about 8 rounds.
Great, and so these are all books that both of us have read, so we'll each be able to answer for every 3 selected, and we'll take turns going back and forth. Would you like to begin?
Yes, sure. Okay, so our first options are, well, the ones I'll pick first, and then you'll also tell us your thoughts. All the Light We Cannot See
by Anthony Doerr,
which is right here. I could like bring out some of these books because I've got them floating around. Deja Dead.
Oh my gosh.
Which I don't have anymore, and that'll play into my answer, I'm sure. Yep. And then the last book is Never Let Me Go.
This is a great round.
Okay. So, this one's, for me, not difficult. For me, I would definitely reread All the Light We Cannot See. This was a great book. So I will not mind giving this another go. The book that I would rewrite would be Deja Dead. That's by Kathy Reichs. It's the first book in the what is it even called? Like the Bones?
Yeah.
Because it's the book that the TV show Bones was based off of. It's the first one. That book I think could have been
the Temperance Brennan series.
Oh, Temperance Brennan series.
Yes.
Okay, that would make sense. That book could have been so much better. Mm-hmm. So if it had been written in a different way, I would have definitely enjoyed it more. And then, no question for what I will burn Never Let Me Go, because I did not enjoy that book. I have a whole ranty video about it. But I know someone feels a little differently.
Yeah,
so
give these to me.
What would be your sorting of those?
All right. Well, I'm going to burn Deja Dead because I thought that was a mess. Although if you think about it differently, the feminist angle of the 90s was different than it is today, but I just did not enjoy it, and there was a lot happening in there that I was not appreciative of. She drove me crazy. The woman can't listen to her follow directions. It's don't get me started. Yeah. I'm going to rewrite All the Light We Cannot See because I really enjoyed it. It just needs a little bit of tweaking. I think there's some areas where it could have been shortened up or things that could have been more clearly explained. I'm pretty sure I gave that book 5 stars. Perhaps it was a long while ago. We both really enjoyed it.
I think I read it in like 2015.
Mm-hmm. And I read it shortly after.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's really good. It could do with a little bit of work, so we're going to keep that in a different format. Nothing should change about Never Let Me Go.
No. The way that book needs to go.
Incredible execution. And I have also done a review of it. It is incredible. It is just a work of, I won't say genius, but it is fantastic and needs to be saved.
Oh God. I hated it so much, and then you were interested in reading it, so I gave you the book, and I was like, keep it, and then you ended up loving it.
I loved it.
Somehow.
It's my favorite book of last year.
Oh God.
I'm not sure we're gonna really get a better round than that.
Well, Never Let Me Go would be one of our more controversial ones, because we definitely
we're not gonna get a better round than that. Paper Towns by John Green. Fangirl, Rainbow Rowell's Fangirl.
I do have that.
And Trial by Journal by Kate Kleiss, and illustrated by her sister.
These all have similar vibes in a way.
They do.
That's interesting.
I mean, they're all, well, one is a middle grade and the other 2 are YA.
Yeah.
So
they have
similar
vibes to
ideas.
them. Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. Okay. I think I can do this very well. I am going to reread Trial by Journal, because that is a book. It's similar to an epistolary style, but it's got
mixed media would be what I would call it.
Of like documents,
drawings.
Yeah. It's about this girl who is picked to be on a civil trial jury for somebody who has like let someone out of the zoo.
It's like she's a kid, so it wouldn't happen like that in real life.
Right, but the premise is that they needed a child on the jury to...
Yeah, and it was a really fun book, and that was one of the first books that I read that was like that with the mixed media, and that's the book that made me realize how much I like books like that.
Yeah, definitely gonna sorry, I'll pick that one back up. We're definitely gonna reread that one. I'm gonna rewrite Paper Towns. My apologies to John Green. I don't think there needs to be a lot that changes, but there are moments where things could be clearer. That's how I feel about rewriting in this scenario. There are things that could be clearer, but either way, we're still going to keep that. Unpopular opinion, I did not enjoy Fangirl. I'm not Rainbow Rowell's biggest fan. I can understand why she is appreciated and what is enjoyed about her work. Not...
Here's the book, by the way.
Not for me. Not for me. I get what she's trying to do. Not for me. So I don't want to burn that, but like...
It's like, yeah, you don't hate it that much.
This question...
Yeah.
We can let that one go.
I think I would reread Trial by Journal because I'd be interested to see how I'd feel about it now, and I have such fond memories. I would hope that, you know, it would still be just as good, like it would hold up as an adult.
It's hard to find.
Yeah, I feel like it's one of those books that not a lot of people have heard about.
$80 now.
Damn. So yeah, this would be a reread for me because I'd be really curious. Between these two, I've been thinking the entire time about what I would do because I'm really not sure, because part of me really appreciated Fangirl in the sense that it made me think. You know, like it really made me think about some stuff and try to figure out, like, why do I not like this book? Why do I like this book? So my feelings were kind of all over the place about it. Paper Towns, I feel like when I read it, I originally gave it 5 stars, but I read it a long time ago, and I feel like if I read it now, I would not do that. I feel like I have to out Paper Towns, like burn that, but not out of hatred, and then rewrite Fangirl so that it appealed to me more overall.
Let's think of this in a survivalist aspect. Like, we're dying and we need to burn something to stay warm. Not just like, let's set this on fire.
I would feel the most okay with burning Paper Towns.
Great.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, you wanted to look at this?
I think that you're right. I think there's a lot that makes you question why you don't like it. Because I get what she's trying to do, and this sort of is a cultural touchstone in a way.
It really is.
Like, fan fiction brought to the fore in like a non-geeky, non-weirdo, like this is a normal way to extend something that you love type of situation.
And like, main character frustrated me so much, and I don't like the fan fiction parts in the book, but the other stuff happening around it was good.
Yeah. And like, 2 Jews together. This is like sort of the beginning.
And now there's Carry On, like there's YA. Yeah, and this has launched some other stuff, you know, from this with those 2 characters, so that's good too. We got some big ones here. We have The Sunrise
by Victoria Hislop.
Yep, that's in Canada. It's not here. Otherwise, I would pull it off my shelves. Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone.
We only picked one.
We didn't put all the Harry Potters. We only put in there once. And then The Hours.
Oh, by Michael Cunningham.
Yes.
Got it.
So, okay, this is an interesting mix.
That is, yeah.
It's an interesting mix, but it also makes for a very easy decision about what I'm going to reread, and that would be Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. I would definitely fix other things about these books before I would fix anything with Sorcerer's Stone. Harry Potter is not a perfect series, but it is so damn good at the same time that it would obviously be the reread choice for me. Between these two, maybe it's a little hard because I haven't read The Hours in a long time, and we read The Sunrise last year, so it's much fresher in my mind. I think I would rewrite it only because I don't want to burn it.
Okay.
You know? Like, I'd rather burn The Hours in the survivalist situation. Right. You know what? I'm going to flip my answer. I'm going to burn The Sunrise only because I read it last year and I don't want to reread it again.
Okay.
Because I did really like The Hours, but I haven't, it's been so long that I'd rather reread that now and just burn The Sunrise. Wow. Okay, that's...
Woo! I'm
leaving it there. I am leaving that there. Nope.
Great, because I'm gonna shake it up. I know Sorcerer's Stone and the whole series so well that it's cataloged in there, and so in a survivalist situation, I'm gonna burn that. I don't need it.
But I would want to read that book.
Yes, but I could get over that because I know so much of it so well.
There's so many little things that I would have forgotten.
Right? Yes, but I don't feel compelled to need to read it again right now. I think that I would rewrite a little bit of The Sunrise. There were moments where some people could have had more development and we could have learned a little bit more backstory.
And maybe it dragged a little too.
It did drag a little bit.
Up the game with it a bit.
I would have liked to know more about Turkish Cypriots, I think. there's some things I wanted to know more about with this.
Okay.
And then I guess that means I'm burning the hours, which I don't feel good about. What did I just say? Oh, you're right.
burning Sorcerer Stone!
So what am I doing with this one?
You're rereading that.
I'm rereading this one. All right, yeah, I wondered why I was confused.
Subconsciously, she knows she shouldn't be burning Sorcerer Stone.
No, I'm rereading the hours. It has a lot to offer in the literary capacity. We're gonna move on. I get to pick them now. Oh, this is really gonna set the tone for the rest of the day. Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. Divergent. And Born a Crime. That's Trevor Noah's Born a Crime.
Well.
All right. Well, we're gonna burn Throne of Glass. Come at me. Divergent, we can rewrite. It needs some help, and I'm gonna reread Born a Crime because I think that's very good. And also, like that, I don't want to say like that's written by a real person, but it's nonfiction, and you can't really rewrite someone else's life account.
And it's damn good too.
Yeah, it's very good. It's very funny.
This is going to be not very exciting because I'm going to have the exact same opinion as you. Throne of Glass will be burned. I don't care. And then Divergent, yeah, I really, really liked this book, like when I first read it, in like 2012.
Hindsight.
So I feel like if I reread it, there'd probably be things that I would change, but overall, I feel like I would really enjoy this book if it was tweaked a bit. And then yeah, Born a Crime I would definitely reread because, as you said, it's good. It's good. So
you can't change someone's life story.
Well, yes. But you can change how the voice that they write it with.
That's true.
Okay. So we have The Wonder by Emma Donoghue. Daisy Jones and the Six. Ooh, this is going to be hard. And then Pride and Prejudice. Well, I know which one I'm burning.
Oh, boy.
So, do I even still have Pride and I do still have Pride and Prejudice. This is the copy that I got at Barnes & Noble many, many years ago, and that I read when we
decided that neither of us had read it and we needed
to read it. Yeah, so we read this together senior year of high school, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. This one, I know you aren't going to be happy with me. I'm burning it. This book is overrated in my opinion. I did not enjoy reading this book. I did not enjoy having to spend the amount of time that I did reading this book. So yeah, it's that's gonna burn. Not with the same vehemence as
Never Let Me
Go, but still, now between Daisy Jones and the Six and The Wonder, both of these have like they're adult fiction, but like historical fiction twists, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because Daisy Jones and the Six takes place in the 1970s, mostly with like bands and everything.
Exactly.
And The Wonder takes place in the 1850s in Ireland. But they're about very different things. Once you get past that, yeah. I'm like, I just read Daisy Jones and the Six like a couple weeks ago. And then we read The Wonder about a year ago. Maybe I would rewrite a little bit of The Wonder. Mm-hmm. There were some parts that were a bit slow. Like, I really liked the book overall, but I think I could rewrite parts of it and make it a little bit better for me. And then I would reread Daisy Jones and the Six. I wouldn't want to reread it right now, really, but I feel like I could notice even more things reading it again because it's all the interviews and the people and like the conflicting stories and stuff. So I would do that. Your thoughts?
Well, I think I'm gonna burn The Wonder. I get it. I got the plot. I got it. Cool. I feel like you can't rewrite Pride and Prejudice, but I mean...
Well, I burned it,
girl needs some punctuation. There are a lot of sentences. I feel like you can't get rid of this. This is taught as a text, and I mean, I get it. It's another white Western text, but this has set the groundwork for so much, and maybe it could do with a little shifting. I know a lot of people are rewriting it. There's zombies in it now.
Yeah, there are lots of takes on it.
This just needs a little bit of editing, and then I'll reread Daisy Jones and the Six because I also...
It is a truth universally acknowledged that a single man in possession of a good fortune must be in want of a wife.
Is it? It is not. See, we could do something with that.
Mm-hmm.
We could do something with that.
Sorry, I interrupted you.
That's okay.
I just had to add to the drama.
We understood the premise.
Mm-hmm.
I can hold it for you. Lillian Boxfish takes a walk.
Mm.
Everything I Never Told You. And The Great Gatsby. Oh boy.
That's hard.
Oh. Well. Okay. This is going to be controversial. I'm gonna burn The Great Gatsby. I know it. I've read it too many times. I've got it. I get it. Also, again,
It's not the good
Account
choice.
of the Jazz Age by a white man. Moving on. I think we're gonna reread Lillian Boxfish Takes a Walk. I have really positive thoughts about that book. And then Everything I Never Told You is good, and I do not want to get rid of it because I think we need more voices about struggles like this from women of color.
My opinion's different than yours. So, I fucking love The Great Gatsby.
I know, I do too. I do too. I own 3 copies of it.
To the point where, like, I want to reread it, you know? It's been a while since I reread it, so it's not as fresh. I think I'm gonna reread this one. Like, I get white man jazz age thing, but like, this book is damn good, okay? As far as Lillian Boxfish versus Everything I Never Told You,
I know.
this was the most boring of the 3. This one.
Yes.
So I think I'm gonna burn it. But I feel badly about it. It's not a mean burn. This is a survivalist burn. And then Lillian Boxfish Takes a Walk. I rated it a 4.25 when we did our review together, and we had to, balance out.
Round up.
So obviously there's room for a little bit of improvement in my opinion. Not much, but if we could just tweak some parts, rewrite a little bit, it'd be good. So yeah.
Okay. All right.
Wide Sargasso Sea.
I gotta read that again.
The Hunger Games. And Gone Girl.
Oh boy.
That is a very interesting mix. We have 3 completely different genres here. We have YA, a classic at this point, and then a thriller that like took the world by storm. I'm gonna start with the burn because that's easy. I'm gonna burn Wide Sargasso Sea. I didn't like the book at all. It was a hard read. We read it in high school.
We did.
And it was not for me. Between Gone Girl and The Hunger Games, so I think I would reread Hunger Games and rewrite Gone Girl, just because I already know what happens in this book, in the sense of like the big twist, So I would rewrite it a little bit, make it a little bit better. Like, I really liked it. And then Hunger Games there's so much stuff that I've forgotten at this point, and I feel like every time you read it, as you get older, you can take things a different way, you know, like the darkness in it and whatnot. Because that's a damn good YA book. Your thoughts?
I need to look at them. Honestly, I think I'm gonna burn Gone Girl.
That's fair. I don't blame you. I get it. I
don't want to say I wasn't impressed, but like it didn't.
It's not really your type of book, though.
I'm done. I get it. Okay, yeah, cool, well done, great. Let's move on. I feel like I'm gonna rewrite The Hunger Games. This was a book that sort of set a feeling, a type of book in motion, or rather reset it in motion again.
The dystopian YA.
Yes.
That started a whole subgenre.
Yeah. What has come from the publication of that is not insignificant. And so I don't know what I would change about this, but I guess I'm going to change something. And then I'm definitely going to reread Wide Sargasso Sea, because if I didn't like it that much, it's worth coming back to try and figure out why.
Yeah.
Because I might have something
different opinions
new to think about it now.
Yeah, we've grown as people since we read that book.
Exactly.
And we've become better people, I would think. So I totally get that. It's just part of me is like, do I really want to, like, what if it's just as bad as I remember and then I wasted all that time rereading it?
It's not that long.
It can feel like
it can feel like an eternity.
Oh boy. What we got?
Well, we have The Handmaid's Tale and The Fault in Our Stars.
Oh boy.
Oh, and Homegoing.
Ooh,
by
okay.
Jossie.
I do have that up here. What's it gonna be?
I'm rereading Homegoing.
Okay.
You can't mess with this book. I've seen some reviews that are like, this did not work for me. Like, this does not work as a style.
Yeah.
It was fine. It worked for me. I think this is important. I think we need more books that are told in this sort of longitudinal capacity. I'm keeping that. You can't rewrite The Handmaid's Tale. I don't know how I would do it, but I would have, maybe we'll take out some that's. Take out the unnecessary that's from the book. And I think I'm going to get rid of The Fault in Our Stars just because, again, I know it so well.
Mm-hmm.
I know it so well. I can tell you everything and where it happens.
Mm-hmm.
And I got it. I got it. I got it, John Green. I've got it. It's all up here. And this is a survival situation. And you know what? It just means that later on I'll have to get another copy. So there you go, revenue.
I think for me, I would also get rid of The Fault in Our Stars. I really enjoyed it when I read it, but compared to these other two, it's the one I can let go of the most.
If we're talking about Burn, I also had the audiobook, so I'm set.
I unwillingly burned this book. For the other two, I think I would rewrite Homegoing because I'm slightly more in the camp of there were some of these stories that I really enjoyed and other ones that I really didn't enjoy. And so if the ones that I didn't love as much were kind of redone a little bit, I feel like I could like this book a lot more. Like, I still gave it 4 stars. It's a really good book, but at the same time, there was room for improvement.
Mm-hmm.
And then that means I would reread The Handmaid's Tale, which is what I want because I haven't read it since junior year of high school when we originally read it. So I would be really curious to read it again and see what more I got from it. I feel like when we read it in high school, I was sort of like, yeah, this is a good book, but I wasn't in love with it. And just because of how the world has changed since then and me appreciating different things in life, I feel like that book would hit closer to home than it did when I read it when I was 16. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to reread Handmaid's Tale. So our final round, we have Station 11.
Oh boy, okay.
We have Twilight. And what are we still? The Casual Vacancy.
Ooh, that's just a good
interesting
selection.
Mix.
Here they are.
There's those 3 books. What are my opinions, though?
Okay, let's talk about Twilight. How do you feel about this book? Is this something you want to
There's a level of nostalgia associated with this book.
Fair.
Could it be burned? Absolutely. Do I kind of want to rewrite it a bit? Yes, I do, because there's a lot of nostalgia there. So if you rewrote it a bit and made it better and just better.
Twilight redux.
Yes. I feel like I could really enjoy that. Okay, Casual Vacancy, I'm probably going to burn it.
Okay.
Because I would rather reread Station 11.
Okay.
You know, I would rather reread this book because I did give it 5 stars when I read it, so I liked it.
Okay.
It's certain aspects of the story have stuck with me. I don't remember. There's also big chunks that are missing in my mind, so a reread might be nice. And then, yeah, Casual Vacancy was a huge letdown as far as, like, being the first thing she published outside of the Harry Potter series. Like, I remember going to Chapters and like buying the book the day it came out and you know, like that being a big deal. And then this book, it's you mentioned it earlier, it's too long and the story is just not interesting enough. Your thoughts?
I'm gonna get rid of Twilight just because I find it unnecessary. I get your nostalgia piece, and as someone who rereads nostalgic young books, like, I get where you're coming from. Yeah, totally. And then I'm gonna rewrite The Casual Vacancy because I think that this is a wide mystery in a small town story, and for that setup, I think you could tighten it up a little bit, and it would be better or faster or quicker, or I don't know. It needs a little bit of tightening to sort of figure out how to draw out those longer, intimate, like in the house moments that happen. There's a lot of like, this person is having a small conversation with one person in a place, and how that trickles out through the rest of the town. Yeah. Or city, whatever it is, village. And there's a lot of that going on, and I don't think you need as many to make points quite that sharp. But you're right. Like, I remember this being very much like, And then I think I would reread Station 11 since it's been a long time. That book has just been so, I don't want to say popular, but brought out as an example of that genre over and over. Like, it feels very Handmaid's Tale-y in a way. Because it's got that dystopian, like, post-apocalyptic feel, but it's done in a very different way. It's a very different way, and I think it's worth revisiting. We did it! We did it. We did the whole thing. If you have thoughts that differ from ours, which you probably do, which of course you will, feel free to let us know any of like these combinations that you thought were most interesting. What decision offended you the most? There we go. That's what I want to know. Regardless, everything you'd want to know about us is in the description. As always, thank you very much for watching, and we'll bring this video to a close.